session, this video is on XAT. This is third in the series. We have done 2 sessions so far, one on NMAT, one on SNAP, and now we are talking about XAT. XAT. Now everyone knows that XAT is relatively a difficult exam, and it is considered as like even difficult as compared to CAT also sometimes. Now there are many reasons to that. XAT has a different section, XAT has some difficult reasoning based questions, XAT has some difficult maths based question. Even English of XAT is slightly tricky. So let's talk about XAT. XAT notification, is it out? Yes, it is out. So XAT notification is out, and it says that last date to apply for XAT 2022 is 30th November 2021. You know, 30th November, that is 2 days after CAT. So I think you will be more relaxed after CAT or you will be more confused after CAT. तो कुछ भी स्टेज में हो आपको अप्लाई तो कर ही देना चाहिए. कंफ्यूज स्टेज में हो तो आपको इसलिए अप्लाई कर देना चाहिए कि आपको एक और एग्जाम मिलेगा, आपकी विंडो ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी टू अप्लाई टू सम ऑफ द वेरी गुड इंस्टीट्यूट्स विल इंक्रीज. और अगर आप एकदम रिलैक्स्ड हो, मेरा पेपर तो बहुत अच्छा हुआ है, तो भी आपको अप्लाई कर देना चाहिए कि आपका पेपर तो अच्छा हुआ है, सो लेट्स गो फॉर अनदर एग्जाम, अनदर चांस, XLRI, वी कैन फाइट फॉर XLRI. तो दोनों ही केस में आपके लिए XAT इज वन गुड एग्जाम. नाउ एग्जाम विल बी हेल्ड ऑन 2nd January 2022. And XAT, if you look at the paper pattern of XAT, then the paper pattern of XAT is slightly different. It is into 2 parts, part 1, part 2. Part 1, you typically get 165 minutes, and for part 2 you get 15 minutes additionally. So in 165 minutes you get 3 sections. First section on logical ability and verbal ability. So verbal logic, that is critical reasoning, is a mixed blend with verbal ability here. And there are 26 questions. डिसीजन मेकिंग, ओके, न्यू सेक्शन आपके लिए बिल्कुल नया होगा क्योंकि आपने अभी तक डिसीजन मेकिंग स्टार्ट नहीं करी है, बट डिसीजन मेकिंग इज जस्ट वन स्टेप ऑफ क्रिटिकल रीजनिंग ओनली. इट्स ऑल अबाउट सम प्रॉब्लम्स एंड देन यू आर सपोज टू प्रोवाइड डिसीजन टू दोज प्रॉब्लम्स. 21 क्वेश्चंस का एक पूरा सेट आपको डिसीजन मेकिंग मिलता है, एंड समटाइम्स आई से दैट डिसीजन मेकिंग इज अ डिसीजन मेकिंग सेक्शन टू fetch a high score in XAT. And third is of course Quantndi, where you get 28 questions. So 26, 21, 28, 3 different sections and one altogether new section, decision making, and then part 2 with GK that has got some 25 questions that you are supposed to do in 15 minutes. GK would not be considered in the mainstream score, but couple of institutes, the top ones like XLRI and all, they'll be considering GK cutoffs, they'll be considering GK scores at the time of sending you interview calls. Okay, so let's talk about the sections. So LA, that is logical ability and verbal ability. They call it verbal ability and logical ability because they give critical reasoning questions here, and roughly around 3 questions of critical reasoning you get in this bundle. Rest of the questions are from errors, that is grammar, fill in the blanks, parajumbles, and tax based question. This is a logic based question. So it's a mixed blend of logic, critical reasoning, and verbal ability. I would say this section is more or less easy to moderate to difficult in some particulars, in some sets. Now when you look at the reading comprehension part, there are 17 questions from this bundle, and there are 9 questions from verbal ability and logical ability. So 26 questions are there from the whole VA section and logic section. Good part or tough part of RC is that you get a poem also. Usually they give poem every year, and there are some 2 to 3 questions from that poem. Rest of the questions are from passages where the difficulty level is also difficult, like last year, very difficult and difficult. So RC overall is difficult in this particular exam. If you look at the last year paper pattern or even previous year paper patterns, you will find this. Okay, now decision making, 7 sets of 3 questions each. 7 sets means 7 troublesome sets, 7 problem sets. It could be a business problem, it could be a personal problem, it could be an HR problem, it could be a company problem. उससे कुछ जुड़ी हुई कुछ सेट्स हैं, कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, उससे जुड़ी हुई हैं कुछ क्वेश्चंस हैं जो आपको मिलते हैं. हर प्रॉब्लम सेट से आपको 3 क्वेश्चन मिल जाते हैं. There are 7 problem sets, so in all you get 21 questions in the set. तो 21 क्वेश्चन का एक अच्छा खासा नया सेक्शन जुड़ जाता है जो आपने अभी तक नहीं पढ़ा है, बट आपको जैट से पहले एक बार डिसीजन मेकिंग की कुछ कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्लासेस करनी पड़ेंगी एंड यू विल हैव टू वर्क ऑन डिसीजन मेकिंग एस्पेक्ट्स आल्सो. ओके, एंड if you look at quant and DI, 28 questions spread across all topics of quant. Maximum number of questions last year were from geometry mensuration. Roughly around 7 questions were from geometry mensuration. So you can say that this is maximum number of questions from one topic. Rest you will find spread across all topics like percentages, partnership, time, speed, distance, ratio, proportion, numbers, everything was there. In fact, this exam had Venn diagram, probability, special equations. Every topic had 1 or 2 questions. Total number of questions 28, including data interpretation. For any query, you can contact us at jaipur@timeforeducation.com or mobile or WhatsApp us at 97722333990. That is our official WhatsApp number. Thank you.